to you. I am having a little bit of a chill, cup of warm coffee, and a break because I've been organizing. You guys might remember in this corner I had my big auger sitting here, and under this chair was the motor, but no more. Well, I decided to say, screw it! So some of you folks might remember when I was working on this little organizer underneath the freezer here, and I raised it up, and that came out really nice. I really like it. Now I needed to get the rest of the wall from the freezer up organized, and I got that done today. And yes, I have a flashlight because it's a little bit dark in my garage because I have old lighting, but I can see. Anyway, I took my my new auging machine and I made a brace here, so it's got a hook on each side, and then I have a rope on the middle, so this just tilts up and I take the rope off and I can take it off of the hooks, ready to go. Now when they shipped this auger system, they put it in a big long box, and the box had these plastic bits, and it could hold the base that plugs into the auger or the tip. And the tip had these long sections so that the tip screw didn't get punctured. But then it also had all these other organizers. Anyway, I'm going to show you. I decided to keep them and use them here. And in addition, this space right behind the freezer became the perfect storage bin for these augers. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. And so here you can see those little black plastic trays, and so I just can lift the pieces out of here. You know, this is the extension that lifts out. Here's the auger that just lifts out. And so I can just put them back into those little slots there. And you can see there's the big long bits that were protecting the tips here. You can see that drill bit tip. So those were in the long tubular ones, and then the sprocket base was right there. So I just screwed them down to that plank, and now I've got all three of my augers stored away. And the crowd goes wild. Yay! I mean, this is kind of storage space at the end of the day, but it worked out just perfect in terms of the dimensions. It's behind there, so they're going to wobble between the wall and the freezer and not go very far, and I'm not going to bump into them, and it takes up maybe half of the space behind the freezer, so I still have a little space to work with. Well, and then next what I decided, of course, once I got the motor up there, was to look at a lot of the other things I needed to put up. All right, I'm going to try it without the light. No, I'm not. So what I did is I added some more screws up here to put my electric chainsaw, another one of those little brackets here that's holding up the extension handle of the chainsaw. I got my weed whacker, a home. I've got a home for my electric clipper extension there with the orange strap. And of course the custom little rack for this motor. I've got the toolkit here for this motor, a funnel, we got fuel, and they sent me a new Recoil Starter. Now, I don't know if I take that as an omen if they're responsible for sending me an extra one, or if that's to say that ours are kind of a piece of shit and we know it's going to go bad and you can't complain later because we gave you two. And then this little guy is the foot base, so that if I want to set the motor on a bench or something to work on it, I still have that little plastic piece. And so I've got all of that up there. It's out of the way. That stuff all has new homes, which is terrific. I did try out my air nailer today. It works. I have a slight leak somewhere, but I'm just going to go with it for now, and I'll take it in after we get done fencing. But it worked. I got it rebuilt. So I am very excited at this wall now. I mean, it's well organized. I've got tools inside where they're not going to get wet, and there's not a lot of humidity. And I've got those augers put away, creating more space in the house. And the tools are back where they should be, in the garage or the shop, but yeah, the garage. Yeah, that feels good. It doesn't take much, but you know, if I could just putter and get some of this new stuff a permanent home, I think I'm going to feel better. I don't really like clutter, and I don't like stuff laying around for the most part. I really just want it to be in use or stored away. But having it underfoot for the last week or so wasn't a lot of fun. But now, look at this system. It's very sweet. It's going to work out really great. And the neat thing about it is it's all screwed. Which means if I don't like it, I can unscrew it and move it and reorganize it later. So yeah, just screw it. I love screws. They're great. Great, great, great. All right, guys, what'd you do today to get yourself more organized? I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye.